Uh, all right, it's 4:02. It's January 11th, and I just want to discuss to anybody who's listening. Like, I'm trying to bring attention and awareness to how powerful these groups are, um, and like if the FBI and CIA and SIS is listening, um, I'm not telling the Ku Klux Klan what they're doing is wrong, because you have the right in America to do whatever you want, as far as it keeps your hands to yourself. And you know that's a given. But this right here, that the Ku Klux Klan is involved in, and they don't even know it. Probably most of these Ku Klux Klan members don't understand what's going on. But I'm looking at this symbol, and it's the symbol Santanis Ray, and you see this dragon. And you see this dragon, and then you see as you go down, their hoofs. This is a hoof. This is a goat hoof, but this is a dragon. This right here is interesting, because it's a shield that I believe it goes into a matrix that covers and hides a lot of illicit activity within Satanism, the cartel, and interesting enough, even infiltration into the Ku Klux Klan and into the Golden Dawn. This right here is, to me, it represents the Order of the Double Dragon, which is Chinese. Um, and it's a rental award. And this rental award is rented to many different defactoids. And where it went to um, is probably into space. A lot of this is space, like space oriented, but it went to the Anarchist Federation, probably, I would imagine, within space, through satellites and stuff like that, and military. And just is rented out by weird proxies, like just bizarre, probably out there. I mean, obviously, this is in a satanic temple, but it's not the satanic temple. It is a shield for the satanic temple. Basically, I'm sure if you really figured out what this was, you would figure out how, like, it would just be interesting to figure out what there was out there. But if you look, this is what's interesting about it is that this right here is, to me, it represents the Lafayette coat of arms of Kiernan. Now, I don't know anything about orders and coat of arms and how that works, but if you decide, this is like, none of my videos like really all that great. If you like go to darn. But anyways, if you go to Fayetteville, they have a they have a fountain. And that fountain has a cup with two goat heads on it, and it's a black cup, and it has two goat heads with grape leaves, and then one of the goat heads fell off. And I'm not sure if somebody stole it, but nobody ever noticed that it was missing, except for me, because I used to go over there, and it has six spouts, and the six spouts represent something entirely different. And if you know, like, the world around me and around you, then you understand what that represents. But as you go over the bridge, right in front of the Pentecostal church, there's a plaque of Lafayette, and he is holding his little sword with his diplomacies, and there's another plaque right in front of that, and it shows the coat of arms for Lafayette, and it says that he was one of only 7 foreigners in America to be awarded that. So I assume the Lafayette coat of arms is, I assume that it's an American award for military, but I'm not sure how powerful it is and why they even call it the Lafayette coat of arms for Cure 9. But if I can find it, let me go in here. Sorry about this. This is the coat of arms for the Lafayette Cure 9. This is the goat, but this is the two hoofs. You see what I'm saying? So those dragons are turning and transforming into these hoofs. And this is the Lafayette coat of arms. Lafayette coat of arms. Anyway, sorry about this bad quality. But what's interesting about it is that this double dragon um has infiltrated for the satanic church are multiple different layers of cartels and fascism and satanist communist Marxism, even on a death squad for outer space. Like they use satellite harassment and they kill people, and they are siphoning. I believe that they're siphoning cuss-ups off of these dead people. Because once you go into the cuss-ups, everybody's worth a cuss-up, and that's a CUSSIP, and their off-book debt is in the Public Bureau of Debt. If you go look up cuss-up videos, like you'll find one guy and he's talking about how there's people that somehow they ended up getting racketed up to $30 billion, and he even says in the video, and they don't even know they're worth a dime. But he's teaching this class, and I'm not saying he's guilty of anything, but off-book debt never stops. But why would somebody be worth $30 billion and never know it? And is that person being liquidated for a, a function event that supplies basically money to communism and it's communist, Marxist, fascist terrorism? Because some of those orders that got involved with the Double Dragon, like, was like, well, one of them was the SOE. It was like some kind of British something, stay behind or something like that. I'm not sure if it was a stay behind. I know the Gladiator was a stay behind, but anyways, and if you don't, what this is this Double Dragon and this coat of arms right here, through the Freemasons even, has gone into the Ku Klux Klan, and I've been studying. Well, I have very little resources. That's why I signed up to be a targeter, because I need resources. I need to learn how to do this stuff like professionally. But just off the bat, like this is pretty. If this is a hit, it's pretty big as far as targeting goes. But like this Double Dragon is in the Ku Klux Klan, and you would say, well, why is the Chinese Double Dragon in the Ku Klux Klan? And it was because if you go to Southern Poverty and Law and you find the right pages, it said that. See, I already knew this Double Dragon was a Double Dragon. When I seen it, I knew what it was. I just knew that's exactly what it was. Now the Lafayette Huron arms, it kind of at first I thought it was a cloven hoof, but this Double Dragon, in Southern Poverty of Law, it says that they sold opium. It doesn't say that this symbol. It says that the Double Dragon sold opium with the Ku Klux Klan, and it doesn't say it directly. It just says that the Ku Klux Klan. It doesn't even say it directly. It doesn't say they sold opium with the Chinese. It just said that the Ku Klux Klan used to sell opium. And that's how it got its first fundings, for big money, and they were selling opium within America. But what's interesting is this order. What they're doing is like they have infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan to the maximum potential. And if you don't believe me, this is something I found. Like when you put the pieces together, it's something I found. That's just very bizarre. Okay, it says, look, okay, this is you go to fandom, and these like little computer nerds, you think, but this is fandom Fallout. Fallout Fandom Wiki, Chinese KKK Opium War. So they know what's going on, but some people are really in the know. And I found out that fandom has I don't know if these are computer geeks or whatever you would consider them, or like some people are like, that's not a computer geek, don't you ever say that? But and I'm not trying to make fun of these people, but these people that are into this, they live in another world entirely that we do not see. And I'm not saying they're all of them are bad, because some people just go to do, I don't know, whatever this is. But I found two situations where there's involvement in terrorism, straight terrorism, but you wouldn't know it because they do it through video games in outer space and nodes and certain algorithms and pay themselves on Bitcoin. But look, conflict details. So the date, September 2nd, 2068. So this is in the future. October 23rd, 2077. Campaign type, gang warfare. Location, North Carolina. Commanded by Gold Cyclops, Major Timothy Williamson, KKK, Captain Luau Deng, Chinese. Target, Chinese and KKK operatives in North Carolina. Chinese KKK Opium War, Chinese Battle of the Ghosts refers to a period of heavy gang warfare that took place in North Carolina from September 2nd to 2068 to October 23rd, 2077. This was started by the Ku Klux Klan, who were angry with Chinese intelligence operatives who initiated operations Yawning Dragon in North Carolina. Outside observers would attach the titles of Opium War to it since it was such a issue. Even post-war, these scars of Opium Wars can still be seen and felt across North Carolina as the war was still ongoing by the day of the Great War. Many documents and skeletons can be found from this war. So, background: Chinese intelligence operatives who were working at North Carolina Research One, a covert Chinese facility. God dang, sorry. Um, sorry, working Chinese at a covert Chinese facility began to produce opioids and amphetamines to distribute to military officers as a way of intoxicating them and getting them to reveal military secrets. One way of paying for these drugs was to divulge military secrets. So this offer attracted many chemheads, which is interesting, who had no affiliation with the military but wanted easy access to drugs without the need to pay the money. The amount of overdoses from opioids became a serious issue, and with the Ku Klux Klan receiving less profits, they took notice and initiated military operations against the Chinese. The Ku Klux Klan's first operation took place on September 4th, with them setting up on a key North Carolina highway with various firearms and improvised explosives. They opened fire on the truck that carried heroin and managed to deal damage to the truck. Captain Luo Dong of the Chinese intelligence operations, which oversaw service in North Carolina area, was alerted to these assaults on trucks being carried out. The response by the Chinese intelligence operatives was brutal and swift, as in days following many random poisonings of various people who were associated publicly or in some form with the KKK, along with random house fires and drive-by shootings. The violence was so bad it attracted the attention of multiple federal agencies: BAD, TFL, UAA, FBI, just to name a few. Supposed photograph of the Chinese operatives who fought in the Chinese KKK war. On right alongside the other short man is a Captain Luo Dong. So right alongside, so you see these men. Okay. Supposed photograph of the Chinese operatives who fought in the Chinese KKK Opium War. On the right alongside the other short man is the Captain Luo Dong. So I assume it's one of these guys, which is weird because he's small in stature. Because these are real events that are going on hidden. Police agencies began setting up a roadblock throughout the state, with federal agencies helping to place heavier equipment to help stop the ongoing gang warfare. The National Guard was also deployed to limited extent and secretive way to help bring additional manpower and military-grade equipment into the war. As time went on with years, the war became less and less dangerous, with what was once overt violence becoming covert violence. Both the KKK and the Chinese resorted to stealthier actions, which led to the downsizing in police response. On the day of the Great War, there was still violence taking place, but by then the Chinese operatives were focused more on bringing nuclear Armageddon, which is terrifying. And it goes on. This article right here is extremely important. If they delete it, it's because they know that I posted this video, I would assume, because it's been here for forever, and it's extremely important. If nobody understands what's going on in our country, you better pay attention, man. But this Order of the Double Dragon is already in the Ku Klux Klan, from the Temple to Lucifer and the Seat of the Light. um, and they like if nobody's understood the symbolism, I did, and I'm the first one to understand that symbolism. And it's just that symbol right there. They have I believe they have a matrix, and I got involved in this not because I'm involved in it, but I hear these people in my head, and I can't figure out why, except for that I have it on my video short too, um, where there's a light that goes off of me at 6 minutes 54 seconds, and then you'll hear like an artificial intelligence. You hear like a horn honk, beep, and it's connected to the light that comes off of me. And then if you keep listening, you hear once the light goes up, and you hear, and it's the artificial matrix program collapsing on itself. And their intention was to drive me crazy to kill myself. And I've been in this world for 5 years, and I was rigged in by some people, and they screen theatered around me, but um, one of the girls that was screen theatering around me, she is originally a Thompson from like around Florida, Clearwater, Scientology ish, um, and like she outright screen theater in front of me, and like she would tell me like, you're not evil enough to join this family, like you don't just. But it was my biological family. I went to go find my biological family, because I had to know who they were, and I think they put a hit on me using these various systems. But I've found so much about this, and that's why I'm into the 2023 um, laser grid that was recorded over Hawaii so much, is because that light that goes off of me, it goes so vertical, so straight. It's like it was connected to one of those laser beams. And if you look up the Kanaka Maoli people tribe of Hawaii or around the area, their suicide rate, once they've seen that, has gone up. It's gone sky. It's just liquidating people for land. And that this the church right there, not that they're guilty, but I found another picture, that if you go there, like I could show you, it's a reaper, and the reaper's holding a globe, and it's like, and it's what do you call that thing that the reaper holds? A little blade, but instead of the blade, there's a Hawaiian mask over the blade, and it stands for the reaping for what they're doing probably in the Kanaka Maoli area right now. But I can't for the life of me get a hold of anybody um, that understands what's going on in this country, on this level. And people would be like, "You're insane," and whatever. Like they put me in behavioral health in Burlington, where this all started. They tortured me in behavioral health, like some kind of weird laser. Like you couldn't see it, but it was bizarre. It was a terrifying experience. It was like some weird ass Atomwaffen hybrid rape program that like. But I hear these people in my head, and it's just the bar. I don't have schizophrenia. It is just the most bizarre thing. But I've dove so far into this. But these Ku Klux Klan members possibly have their hands on a matrix. Instead of just hanging people in trees, they do it in a different way. And I don't think it's necessarily the Ku Klux Klan. I think it's infiltration into the Ku Klux Klan through a form of communist Satanism called the Order of Nine Angles. And instead of hanging people on trees, again, I think they put their names on blasts in Scandinavia, and it represents their, like, as they slowly kill them with the satellites, it represents them hanging themselves in the 9 areas of Odin. And it's already here, man. It's already in the KKK, and they already have a group and a sect that you won't. And if you're the Central Intelligence, and you can write me a message to contact you, that'd be great, because my phones are hacked. But if you can, like, this phone doesn't ring, period. And I've given this number to the MyLink system to try to sign up for the CIA. And I even had Washington call me like twice. I called one time, and they called me back, and I couldn't get the phone to ring. So I missed out. And then those numbers don't work once they call you after that. But like this is big. This is big. But thank you for listening. And just, if you can shed any light on this and put it in the comments, go ahead, feel free to. Um, you know, if I'd like to be like not one of the only ones out here that knows about this. Because most of the people that know about it on this level are a pound cake, and they're probably already dead. But I just fight in my mind. I fight. And everything outside of it, it seems like I'm just a normal person, which I am. But this is just some real stuff going on. I'd like to hear any of y'all's opinions. Thank you.